Now we're gonna move into some bonus techniques, like some hand rolls and even some tosses, okay? The hand roll, I'm gonna take the chuck and I'm gonna roll it onto the back of my hand. Now this is super hard to do in slow motion, so I'm just gonna assist here. I open this hand and I grab the opposite chuck. So now my nunchuck is inverted. Okay, so again, I take the chuck, I roll it to the back of that hand, opening that hand and grabbing the opposite chuck. Now when you do this, nice and smooth, I'm gonna roll it all the way over until the other chuck is on the back of my wrist, so that way I can get a flick into the hand roll back. Now it'll be the exact same thing, so again, roll it to the back of the hand, release, grabbing the other chuck, and then I would roll the opposite direction, release, and grab this chuck. So now I'm gonna do it in regular speed, and we'll slow the video down so you can see. Now that you have a hand roll, you can now implement it in several different techniques. So the first one we're going to do is from a figure 8. Okay, so my same figure 8, but now when it comes on that inside, I'm going to throw my hand roll in there, and when I come back on the other side, roll it back. So here, hand roll, and hand roll back. So continuing into my figure 8 hand roll. Now we're going to slow the video down for you. Now we have our up-down spins from my shoulder to my hip, and we can also add a hand roll in that. Then we have our triangle whips. So here, my triangle whips. Then we can add a hand roll. The next hand roll is across the hip, rotating palm up at the top. So again, it's hard to go slow, but I'm coming from across the hip, roll here, turn the palm up, and then I'll flip it back from inverted. Okay, so again, we'll video it and then show it to you slow. Now we're gonna go out of a hand roll into a toss. So my first hand roll where I came up onto my wrist and I flipped it back. Now instead of going to my wrist, right there, I'm going to add a little toss. So that's going to be my release. So roll, toss. Okay. You want to try to catch the chuck, not the chain. Either one that you grab. So if you catch it inverted, you now know how to flip it back. So let's practice and give it a try. That same release can be used anytime I do that first initial hand roll. So that can be done from my figure 8. When it comes back to the front, I can release there, or just from here. Boom. Now we'll demonstrate and play it back slow. All of our nunchuck techniques, including hand rolls and releases, should be practiced on both hands. So now we're going to do some and train with our left hand. You're always going to have one hand that's a little more dominant than the other, and you're not going to catch it every time. You're probably going to drop it, you're probably going to bang up your chucks a little bit, but never give up. Keep working, keep practicing, and have fun.